Hello, everybody, and welcome here to Homestead-Miami Speedway for round 4 of the MMS NASCAR Championship in Season 2. We've had some great racing so far. We've had 3 winners in 3 races. Will we get a 4th winner today? As we've got an interesting grid ahead of the race here in Florida. So, without any further ado, let's go through the grid for this 1.5-mile circuit in which we're pretty much guaranteed to see an interesting result, to say the least. Anyways, let's get to the grid. There we go. We use the helicopter camera so we can get a better view. So on pole is Ava Valyak, just edging out Karina Vier by 0.02 of a second. So very impressive from her in that 22 car. And behind them, it will be Sonia Nevermind alongside Ratko Betes on row 2. So Sonia Nevermind, race winner, poor race last time out of Bristol. Alongside Ratko Betes, who had a good race last time out of Bristol. Still looking for his first win this season. Row 3 will be Albert Raku's pole sitter for the Daytona 200 alongside Isabel Harvey, continuing her run of amazing form so far in these last 2 races. She got 11th last time out, and I believe she got 8th at Phoenix. She's going to be looking for a top 10 today. Maybe she could go and get a win. That would be pretty impressive, and I'm sure the Richard Petty team would be quite happy with that. Row 4, Nicholas Wells will line up alongside his teammate Andrew Mondragon and All Sage Motorsports North America row. Row 5, Willem de Sturman, championship leader, lines up alongside Camilla Limbo. Row 6, Sean Dublin Bay will line up alongside Michael Teller in a special throwback scheme for that Miller Lite number 2 Penske. Next, Matthew O'Hara, looking to save his career. He needs a good race this time out, otherwise he may be at risk of losing that seat. But remember, he's part-time with Emma Stella and will likely be making way for Stella next season. Will line up alongside George Whitaker. Behind them, Jamie Fredrickson. Good race in his first one for Sage Motorsports North America last time. He's going to be looking to get a top 10 again today and line up alongside Mick Johnson in the 33 Richard Childress car, the most impressive rookie this season. James Simmons will line up behind Johnson. Those 2 rookies have both been good, and Simmons is alongside Dan Edwards, of course, a race winner last season at Talladega, but not one of the best drivers on the grid, and I'll be surprised to see him keep his seat. James Belch lines up alongside the 38 of Rostislav Elmanov. I apologise. Behind them, Peter Long would line up alongside Daniel Gray in the Subway Chip Ganassi car. And then we've got the 2 Richard Petty cars. James Faulkner lines up alongside Yuri Yarvinen. Behind them, the 26 of Jean Giron in a throwback scheme again for this race. Will line up alongside Mario Mirandola as they finally get moving. Samuel Hendrickson and Ryan Merchant will line up alongside, of course, their teammate. Panos Glezos will line up alongside John Keith. Boris Niholevsko will line up alongside Alexei Chernikov. And behind them, Tony Andretti will line up alongside Thomas Nisbet. But that back row is pretty much every race this season, it's those 2 at the back. So we'll go to the front now as we get ready to go green here at Homestead. We've had 3 races so far. We've had 3 winners so far. Got a new pole sitter. Is it going to be 4 winners in 4 races? Or are we going to get our first repeat winner of the season? It's been a great season so far. Of course, we've got the new standings and lap counter in for this race, making its first appearance. So it'll be interesting to see this stay for the future. Anyways, here we go. As they come out of turn 4, the pace car will pull down pit road. As they come now to the green, and it's a brilliant launch for Ava Valyak, an even better one for Sonia Nevermind behind. Nevermind's looking like she's going to get Karina Via very quickly. Yes, they will. It's like both of them, Sonia Nevermind And Ava Valiak, very good launcher. But look at it, Sonia Nevermind's already to the inside of that 22 car. Ava Valiak's at risk of losing the lead straight away here at Homestead. And Sonia Nevermind's going to go for the lead through turn 3. Oh dear. So here we go. Sonia Nevermind into the lead here at Homestead. She can't get up to block, as Karina Villa's going to hold off Albert Rakus for now. And Ratko Betes obviously trying to defend against Rakus. So Harvey losing ground, I think. No, Isabel Harvey is still in 6th. So as we come out of turn 2, close between them. And it's Sonia Nevermind versus Ava Valiak for the lead as we're coming through turn 3 and 4. And Sonia Nevermind, I think, has it done now. Will she come up to block the 22? No, the 22 is going to still be able to get just the nose of that car right in there. Oh, Karina Villa has a nightmare corner and goes so high up and is losing so many places. What happened to Karina Villa there? Look how far Karina Villa is falling. She is falling miles down the order. She gets up really high again. Does Karina Villa have an issue as she tumbles down the order and out of the top 10? I don't think we're going to be seeing Karina Villa win again today. We crossed the line. Karina Villa has dropped to 11th place. What has happened to that 29 Richard Childress Chevrolet as Sonia Nevermind leads, and it's a Quinton Wells 1-2. Look at that. Isabel Harvey's up into 4th, and Ava Valiak's going to get a horrific run. Harvey's going to probably look to try and capitalise on that, but she's not close enough. It's Nicholas Wells putting together How has Karina Villa got herself back up into 9th? She's got 2 cars there in the space of a lap to bring herself back in contention as Ratko Betes duels with Isabel Harvey. Those two getting very close at the moment. Well, not anymore, as Isabel Harvey gets quite high. Nicholas Wells is going to look to try and put it through the middle, threading the needle, but it's too tight for him. He's not getting in between Isabel Harvey and Ratko Betes. Going back up front, Albert Rakus gets to the quarter panel of his teammate Sonia Nevermind, as it's a three-way fight for the lead at the moment. So Albert Rakus will get Nevermind, and it's looking like Ava Valiak will follow Rakus through. In fact, Ava Valiak's going to go to the inside of Rakus after Rakus clears Nevermind. So, Valiak versus Rakus for the lead here at Homestead. Neither have a win so far this season. A win would be very good for them. Of course, the playoff system has now been scrapped, so they're not quite as important. But a win's still a win, and everyone wants to come out on top. And look at this, Ratko Betes is now in this fight, as Isabel Harvey tumbles back down to 6th place. Karina Villa is in 7th, as it's gone horribly wrong for Nicholas Wells, as he looks like he's got stuck up high. Karina Villa is flying at the moment here at Homestead. She's going to dominate this race if she gets into the lead, surely. Isabel Harvey trying to hang it around the outside of that 29 car, but no, she can't. How is Karina Villa so quick? What is going on with Karina Villa today? Is Albert Rakus still dueling with Ava Valiak? Sonia Nevermind losing some places now, but Albert Rakus will be able to come up, won't block. Ratko Betes is having to fend off from Willem de Sturmer behind. The field is all relatively close if you look where the back markers are. So, yeah. Don't know if we'll see traffic today. It's Ratko Betes to the inside of Ava Valiak with Willem de Sturmer trying to follow Betes. Isabel Harvey got Karina Villa back. So Villa maybe just took a bit of life out the tyres, and that's going to hurt her. As Ratko Betes moves into 2nd place here at Homestead. It's all to play for this race. It's very much open up front. Anyone can win this, as Sonia Nevermind, it looks like, puts Ava Valiak a little bit out of shape momentarily. So Sonia Nevermind just trying to get ahead of that Penske Ford. And I believe she will be able to if she can keep... No, what a run from Ava Valiak on the outside. And Ava Valiak's going to hold it for now. So Ratko Betes is trying to pressure Albert Rakus into a mistake. Trying to just stick with him. Hey, Isabel Harvey still running in a very impressive 6th place at the moment. What a performance so far from her. If she can go out and get a top 5 for that team, I'm sure their team principal is going to be buzzing. As Ratko Betes side by side with Albert Rakus for the lead, and Ava Valjac's going to try and follow Ratko Betez through. So Ratko Betez will take the lead here at Homestead-Miami Speedway. Ava Valjac's going to need a good run off the corner here, and she's not got it. Well, no, she has got it, I think. No, she hasn't. So Ava Valjac still side by side with Albert Rakus. Rakus doesn't get the run he would have wanted there. Is Isabel Harvey, I think, is into 5th place now. Yes. Go on, Isabel. What a run from her. This is brilliant to see. Oh, she gets a bit out of shape up high there, it looks like. It's going to fend off from Andrew Mondragon, who's going to gets very close. There's their 3-1. How on earth has Karina Villa got such a good run on that low side there? We found out where her strong point is, clearly. As Isabel Harvey manages to fend them all off. Maybe it's not her strong point. It's Karina Villa losing lots of places sticking low there. And Karina Villa momentarily had the number 2 car of Michael Teller having a look. So we'll go look down the order a bit. Good run at the moment for Mitch Johnson. Still, Matthew O'Hara performing nicely. Let's have a look at the back. Let's get them some screen time that they deserve. Well, not really deserve, but you get what I'm saying. Tony Andretti, 31st. He's having a nice little run in that car. Of course, that car is not very good, but 31st is still nice for them. So we'll go back up front. It looks like Ava Valjac now has moved to the lead. And Ratko Betez just taking it easy for the moment. So that number 22, Ava Valjac, just trying to just not make a mistake. That's all you've got to do here. Put the car in the right place, not make a mistake, and just try and hold that lead, because you can pass anywhere. Here's Karina Villa is on the charge. Here she comes now. Let's have a look at the fastest lap. It will be Michael Teller. The fastest lap, 27.379. Impressive. That's a very good lap from him. There's Andrew Mondragon having a really good race today, actually. He's going to be looking for a solid top 5, I reckon, if he keeps this up. He is running in 5th. So Ratko Betez to the inside of Willem de Sturman as Ava Valjac will lead Albert Rakus. Of course, we are going to have pit stops here. So a lot of these drivers, I reckon, are going to be wanting a caution. Probably around the halfway point. We'll go watch little Thomas Nisbet for a bit in the spam car. We go back to here. Andrew Mondragon's had a horrific run. Is now going to have Isabel Harvey hounding him. Some battling here for what I believe is 8th place. Yes. Sean Dublin Bate will move ahead. And we're still racing just fine. We'll go back up to the leaders. Albert Rakus still trying to just get into a position to make a move on Ava Valjac, but it doesn't look like it's going to happen. Or is it? He's very close on that to that throwback Pennzoil scheme for Ava Valjac. Very close, but it doesn't look like he's going to get a move done. No, he's not. He's just going to have to sit in behind and just wait for the moment. Ratko Betez 4th. Karina Villa is now back into the top 5. And she is going to be very hungry to get a very good result here after that mistake early on that made her have to fight through everyone. To go back to the leaders, it's just single file up front for now. No one can get close enough for a move. We'll go have a look through the field. Plenty of fighting for the field as Jamie Fredrickson side by side with Dan Edwards. Fredrickson not putting together that great of a run today. He is down in 18th position. It's not good enough really for that car after his impressive debut for the team. But doesn't matter, he's keeping the car in one piece. So that's what counts, as Willem de Sturman has got Ratko Betez, I believe. De Sturman, could he go and get this win here? As behind them, Karina Villa having a good look at Ratko Betez. You're not going to get up the inside like that with a run that horrific, Karina. You're going to need to try and get a better one. You need to try and go for... You need to get right on the back of that car, and you need to stay there. Oh, what's happened here? Bizarre. Anyways, we'll go back through the field as we had a little moment there. So, Ratko Betez still on the rear of Willem de Sturman. It's a quiet point in the race right now. Prize from all the tests we've had here at Homestead, there's been racing non-stop. But in those races, we did have a lot of early incidents, which may be a reason that this race has been so calm so far. Well, calm at the moment. Oh. Okay, it's being weird still. Oh well, doesn't matter, we're back to normality again. The thing is still being a bit dodgy, but as we go back to the leaders, it is still single file up front, as Karina Villa thinks she has a chance this time, as Ratko Betez does actually get quite a poor run off the corner. So Karina Villa can stay there. This might be her chance to try and duck down below that 32 car. No, it is not. So they come out of turn 4 across the line. It's starting lap 26 for 67. It's a 100-mile race, this one. It's a good race. Thoroughly enjoyable one to watch. And the cars are all very close between Fredriksson and Edwards there. That could have ended in disaster. So they still are racing aggressively where they're side by side, as Andrew Mondragon's going to get Karina Villa. So Villa's obviously made an error, and Mondragon will put himself into the top 5, moving ahead. That 29 Chevrolet in his 20 Chevrolet. But here comes Karina Villa looking to fight back against that safe car. As we go up here, lots of cars coming down pit road this lap. So what, we're going to have a 2-stop race because they will not make the end from here. There's a leader, Ava Valyak, in. A lot of cars are in. So here we go. Lots of cars are in. Lots and lots of them. So they will all be put a lap down. So if we got a caution now, this would be huge for the race result. It would be absolutely huge. So you're going to search for their pit boxes. Willem de Sturman in. Andrew Mondragon in. Ratko Betez in. Karina Villa in. Lots of cars are in. I believe that's on your never mind there. So who's going to get a good stop? Karina Villa's definitely got a good one so far. Out comes Willem de Sturman. Very good stop from de Sturman. Ava Vauk's going to rejoin in the leader. De Sturman's up to second place ahead of Ratko Betez. Poor stop for Karina Villa, I think. Yes, Karina Villa has definitely lost some time during the stops here. Sean Dublin Bay looks to have profited from them. Who's not done too well off of them? Everyone looks to have done just fine from them. There's Albert Rakus, who I believe is part... Yeah, so Albert Rakus has come down pit road. So where are the leaders? And where are they going to be compared to Albert Rakus? So here comes Ava Valyak. There's Albert Rakus here, and Rakus looks like he's still going to hold the lead here. Camilla Lindberg. Isabel Harvey's lost out, I reckon, a little bit. So if we go back to the leaders, Albert Rakus on colder tyres is side by side with Ava Valyak, fighting for the lead here at Homestead-Miami Speedway. Can Ava Valyak hold it around the outside of that 15 car? No, she can't. But she has to back out a little bit there, it looked like. She's got a good run, though. She's got a good run. Can she get to the inside of that Toyota? No, she cannot. There's Willem de Sturman really in the hunt at the moment now for the win, his first victory. All three of these drivers are looking for their first NASCAR Cup Series victories. And I'm pretty sure we have got one more stop left after this as de Sturman comes very close to turning Albert Rakus. Ava Valyak now into the lead here at Homestead. What a race we've had so far. The Homestead-Miami 100-mile race, 67 laps. No one knows who's coming out on top. Albert Rakus still fighting with Ava Valyak. These two are changing the lead lap by lap, and it's hard to tell who's going to come out on top at the end of this. They both just seem so evenly matched, as it looks like Willem de Sturman's now having a real serious look at trying to get the lead, but he can't if these two are constantly going to be side by side, as Ratko Betez is starting to come into this. Karina Villa and Andrew Mondragon fighting in this group, as Isabel Harvey is on the outside of Sean Dublin Bay. Can Harvey get Dublin Bay around the outside here? No, she can't. Dublin Bay has a much better run. So go up here. Look at this. Willem de Sturman to the inside of Ava Valyak. De Sturman looks like he has got that Penske now. Yes, he has. De Sturman moves into second place here at Homestead-Miami and is now hunting down that 15 car. Look at that. It's a certain Ratko Betez now trying to pressure Ava Valyak into a mistake. Betez is the only one in this top four who's ever actually won a race before. He knows how to win races, and he looks to spoil the party for all of these drivers looking for their first, as he goes to the inside now of Ava Valyak. As we come off of turn 4 across the line, he's going to still be in fourth, but he's still going to be on the inside come turn 1. Through turn 1. Now and through turn 2, it looks like Ratko Betez has the job done. Yes, he does. Ratko Betez will move into third place. Willem de Sturman is right on the back of Albert Rakus, the Flying Dutchman, trying to pressure the ice-cold Finn into a mistake. Here at Homestead, it's a very, very close race so far. I cannot tell who's going to come out on top. As we come off the corner, they come so close to touching. That 18 and 15 car are both giving it everything. They both want this win. They both just giving it everything they can. The championship leader, Willem de Sturman, of course, he needs to get a win to try and extend his championship lead. He's giving it everything that car has today. Lap 37 of 67. 100 miles. Here we come. Out of turn 2. It's not a good enough exit for de Sturman. But he's still just trying to desperately get to the rear of that Toyota Camry. But I don't think he can. Will there be traffic? There will be traffic as they close in now on Thomas Nisbet. Now, that could get quite interesting as Ratko Betez is going to go to the inside of Willem de Sturman, and off the corner they get close, but I think Ratko Betez might have this because it's not been a great run for de Sturman off the corner. Leave Ratko Betez now on the inside of Willem de Sturman. Can he secure that second place? Not yet. Ratko Betez still side by side with Willem de Sturman. Ava Valyak chooses to go high, surprisingly. Would have thought she'd have got a little bit low and try and follow Betez through. But she doesn't, and Betez is now up into second place here at Homestead. We've been treated to a brilliant race so far. Who is going to come out on top in this one? As they cross the line to start lap 40 of 67. Less than half the race to go. It's going to be a pretty thrilling finish to this one, I reckon. As fifth, and that group of cars is about 3.5 seconds off the lead, roughly. As Ratko Betez to the inside of Albert Rakus. He's actually got a semi-decent run, has that monster Ford. And he's going to go really low on the inside of Rakus. Just trying to get ahead. He's going to get very close. He has drawn ahead. Ratko Betez is flying here at Homestead. Whatever they've done to that car at the stops, that is probably the fastest car on track right now. Fastest lap. Still held by Michael Teller, but Ratko Betez is very quick as he takes the lead, and he's already put a tiny bit of a gap between him and Albert Rakus. And actually, that lap, Karina Villa caught up to the leaders. So it's still all open now. Of course, here he is, Thomas Nisbet. James Faulkner's not having a good day. They're coming out of turn 4 now. There is a real chance they're going to catch Thomas Nisbet by the end of this race. So who'll be able to navigate their way through traffic the best? The traffic probably won't be as big of a problem here as the other races. Albert Raku's to the inside now, Ratko Betez. So maybe Ratko Betez isn't the quickest car on track, because they're still fighting for this victory. It's been a very interesting season so far. Ratko Betez, of course, and a nightmare Daytona 200. Got taken out at Phoenix down pit road. Missed out on an opportunity at the win last time after Karina Villa eventually just managed to get the job done. But here at Homestead, he's looked the fastest and he's looked the most in control out of everybody. And he's going for that second career victory. It'll be a big victory for him and the Muller-Zach Speed team. Let's look at this. Albert Rakus is really getting close now. He wants this win. He wants his first Cup Series victory. And if you look behind them, Willem de Sturman and Eva Variak are starting to drop off a bit as they are very close to Thomas Nisbet now. Who is going to come out on top here? Albert Rakus is very close. Albert Rakus is looking to go to the inside. Albert Rakus will go to the inside of Ratko Betez, as Karina Villa and the rest of her group are still reeling in these top cars. Ratko Betez going to use that middle groove. Is he going to be able to get past Thomas Nisbet quickly, or will he get held up? He's going to go low. Will he be able to get Nisbet here? Yes, he will. Will Albert Rakus follow him? Actually, no, he won't. He's not had a good run, and now he's got them right on the rear of him. Now Albert Rakus is going to look to make it 3 wide, maybe. They're so close off the corner. The leaders, all of them, within a shot of this victory. As Willem de Sturman gets stuck up high thanks to Eva Variak. Ratko Betez still in the lead, and he's going to drift up a bit high then. Albert Rakus is going to look for it. Willem de Sturman looking to go to the outside of Thomas Nisbet there. But there's no room there, Mr. Willem. You may be the Flying Dutchman, but you don't want to be flying over the catch fence. So look at this. They're catching James Faulkner as well, as they're still side by side. Albert Rakus getting so close to that move, but he can't get it done. Will James Faulkner be able to give Albert Rakus a chance here at Homestead, as they're still stuck behind Thomas Nisbet behind? And that's going to be really helpful for Karina Villa if she wants to try and get up in this group, although it may be too late to go for the win for Karina. So she's going to have to give everything left in that car. As Ratko Betez still driving perfectly, putting his car where he needs to, being fast in the right areas. And right now he's on course for a second victory in the MMS NASCAR Cup Series. I'm sure Marie Muller is going to be very happy right now. Probably a bit anxious, a bit wanting this race to just finish with her man in the lead. Is Albert Rakus looking to give Quinton Wells Racing their second victory of the season. It'll be very big for a team which hadn't won a race, despite having the reigning Cup Series champion, until Phoenix this season. And now they're looking like they have a shot at getting 2 victories this season, as James Faulkner is now in the way of Marie Muller? Ratko Betez, I have no idea how that happened. So Ratko Betez, is he going to get stuck behind James Faulkner? He's getting close. What is Betez going to do? He's going to go low with Albert Rakus. He's going to get very close with Faulkner, I reckon, off the corner. He does. As they're nearly 3 wide, Albert Rakus looked to squeeze it in a gap that wasn't there. Rakus looking to take a little bit of a higher line there, maybe. No, he's taking a bit of a lower line now. Interesting lines from these two, as they're both just desperately trying to get this victory. But remember, Can these guys make it to the end of the race on fuel? I don't think they can, as they're 3 wide further back, fighting for, I'm not sure. I believe it's outside the top 10. Yes, it is outside the top 10. Hey, go on, Isabel. She's having a good run today. I want her to get that top 10. I like that team. That team Richard Petty Motorsport, tragedy with Keith McHugh last season. Isabel Harvey, of course, nearly won the race that he had his accident. But they've never really been the same since they lost Keith McHugh. And the good run this weekend is exactly what they needed to keep their good form going. And Isabel Harvey's looking very good for the mid-season. Let's look at this run from Willem de Sturman. Jeez, he got very close to Ava Valyak there. So go back to the leaders. It looks like Ratko Bettes has this. Okay, he is down pit road. Ratko Bettes and Willem de Sturman are both down pit road. Who else is down? Karina Villa, Sean Dublin Bates. So no one can make the end of this race. Here we go. Lots of cars are in. Thomas Nisbet in. There's Tony Andretti. Will Tony Andretti rejoin into anyone? Now that would be a spectacle. He did at Charlotte last season. Out he comes. No, he hasn't rejoined into anyone. As we come down to the end of pit road. In comes Ratko Bettes. In goes Karina Villa. Bettes needs a good stop here. He needs a really good stop. In comes Sonia Nevermind. Out goes Ryan Merchant there. Ratko Bettes, good stop, and he's ahead of Willem de Sturman. But de Sturman looks like he's definitely closed a bit. Karina Villa holds on to her position. Someone's not had a good stop, but I'm not sure who it is. Oh, well, it does not matter. Mitch Johnson looks like he's had a good stop. John Giron coming down pit road there. Right, where's our leader? Okay, so there is damage on that 43 car. Obviously, we haven't seen what happened, but out comes Albert Rakus now. Let's see where Ratko Bettes is. Here he is. Is Ratko Bettes going to be close enough to Albert Rakus, or has Albert Rakus done it? I think Albert Rakus has done this comfortably. No, there's Albert Rakus there. There's James Faulkner, of course, is a lap down. Albert Rakus has done this. Albert Rakus has jumped Ratko Bettes down pit road and looks like he may have the win here. Ratko Bettes is going to need to give it everything to try and close up to that 15 Quinton Wells racing car. It's been a disaster stop for Isabel Harvey, unfortunately, it looks like, as she has now dropped out of the top 10. But here we go. Ava Valyak's got an issue. Ava Valyak has a problem. Why not Ava Valyak stayed out? What's going on with Ava Valyak? She's slow. She's very slow. Nearly turns into Willem de Sturman there. What's going on with Ava Valyak? Is she pitted already? She must have. No, she hasn't. No, yes, she has. Sorry. Ava Valyak has pitted. I am very confused right now, but she was very slow off the corner there. Now she looks like she's going to drop easily behind Willem de Sturman as well. Harvey gets back in the top 10 ahead of Nicholas Wells. There's George Whittaker. He's had a great season. He's going to be looking forward to the road course races, which are his real speciality. As they're fighting for the lead, Ratko Bettes and Albert Rakus side by side down the back straightaway. Lap 60 of 67. Bettes on the inside of Albert Rakus. Can Rakus get the run off the corner that he needs to fight for this win? Yes, he can. He's got a good run off, but it looks like Ratko Bettes is going to get the lead back here. Albert Rakus can't get the run he needs through the corner, and that's Ratko Bettes back into the lead. Can Albert Rakus fight back as they're 3 wide with James Faulkner further back? Look at this in the battle for third place. They're 3 wide with a back marker. What's happened to James Faulkner here? He's had a very poor season, but this isn't good enough. No matter what's happening, he's getting involved in too many incidents. But look at this battle for third, as the 2 leaders are still just a second ahead of the other cars. Oh, have we had an incident here? We have someone slow. Oh, it's John Keith. Nothing to worry about. It's not one of the top cars as he pulls down pit road with an issue. Come out of turn 4. Ava Valyak ahead of Willem de Sturman. Ratko Betez crucially in the lead of the race. He's put in a stellar performance today. Anyone in this top 4, I would say, could win this race and it would feel deserved. As Ratko Betez now having to defend from Albert Rakus, who backs out a little there because he got too close to that 32 car. He needs a good run out of this corner to get to the inside of Ratko Betez. Who is going to come out on top? Have we got any more traffic for these guys? They have. They've got Tony Andretti just down the road as they fly out of turn 2. Albert Rakus is very close to Ratko Betez. He definitely looks faster right now. Will the traffic give Albert Rakus his chance? Will they catch the traffic in time for Albert Rakus? This is going to be very close between these two at the line. Albert Rakus is going to go to the inside of Ratko Betez. It's a brilliant run on the inside for that 15 Toyota as he's going for the win against Ratko Betez. Here at Homestead-Miami, lap 65 of 67. They're still side by side. Can Ratko Betez get a good run off the corner to fight and hold his lead? Yes, he can. Here we go. Lap 66 of 67. Who is going to come out on top as Ava Valyak brings herself into the fight for the lead here at Homestead-Miami Speedway as we fly out of turn 2. Ratko Betez still fighting hard. They're side by side for the win. Who's going to come out on top? It's a good run from Albert Rakus on the inside, but can Ratko Betez fight back on the outside? Yes, he can. There's Ava Valyak. Is she going to make it 3 wide? No, she sits in behind Albert Rakus. No, yes, she is. White flags in the air. It's the final lap here at Homestead. Albert Rakus has taken the lead here in Miami. Look at this. Ava Valyak's now looking to go and get a move maybe on Ratko Betez, but it might be too late. And here comes Disturm on Ava Valyak. Does Ratko Betez have anything left to catch up to that 15 car? I'm not sure he does. Out at the final corner, down to the line. Albert Rakus wins here at Homestead-Miami Speedway. What a fight to the finish. Albert Rakus is a Cup Series winner. Ratko Betez, for the 2nd week in a row, is going to have to settle for 2nd place. He's going to be very upset about that. Ava Valyak comes home in 3rd. 4th for Willem de Sturman, 5th for Karina Villa. 6th for Andrew Mondragon, 7th for Sean Dublin Bay, who has damage on the back of that car. What happened to him? 8th for Michael Teller. 9th for George Whittaker. 10th for Nicholas Wells. 11th for Camilla Lindbergh. 12th for Isabel Harvey. She couldn't hold on to that top 10. 13th for Sonia Nevermind. 14th for Mitch Johnson. 15th for Dan Edwards. What a race we had. What a fantastic race we had today. John Keith finished 2 laps down. James Faulkner and Thomas Nisbet both a lap down. I nearly lost my voice at the end of that one, as I had no idea who was going to go out on top. There was 3 cars starting that final lap who could have been winner. What a race. Now that is just pure MMS NASCAR. That was a thrilling fight to the finish. And Albert Rakus will take his first MMS NASCAR Cup Series victory ahead of Ratko Betez, who once again, 2nd week in a row, loses a victory late on. Surely he'll get one later this season. He's been so good, but this one is going to hurt a lot. He had that one until the white flag. So that is going to hurt a lot for Ratko Betez. Got up to 15th earlier, so 16th is Jean Jerome, 17th Boris Nahulevsko, 18th Matthew O'Hara, 19th Jamie Fredrickson, 20th James Simmons, 21st Mario Mandola, 22nd Peter Long, 23rd Panos Glezos, 24th James Belt, 25th Rostislav Elmanov, 26th Alexei Chernikov, 27th, Yuri Yavanen. 28th, Daniel Gray. 29th, Ryan Merchant. 30th, Samuel Hendrickson. 31st, Tony Andretti. 33rd, 32nd, James Faulkner. 33rd, Thomas Nisbet. And in last place, John Keefe, who obviously had an issue. I'll actually try and find out what his issue was for you guys. Wheel damage of some sort. It's a tyre. Yeah. Anyways, what a race. What a finish. And Albert Records is a Cup Series winner. And we'll see you next time in Charlotte. So thank you for watching. And we'll see you for the CZTV 175 at Charlotte Motor Speedway.